Hi, this is Andy with Ice or Rice. A while back we showed you how to make an authentic Hong Kong milk tea. Today we're going to take those flavors and turn it into an ice cream. In Taiwan they've been producing these ice cream bars which have tapioca pearls and black sugar syrup in them. They're quite tasty, but today we're going to make you something that's even more delicious. I'm going to show you how to make a very creamy ice cream that has all the flavors of milk tea, and I'm even going to show you how to make the black sugar syrup too. For our tapioca pearls, we're going to be using this product, which is microwavable tapioca pearls, and it just takes about a minute and a half in the microwave for it to cook. It's very convenient and it's quick, and best of all, they come in these single serving packages. So if you're ready, let's get started. We're going to start off by infusing our milk with our black tea. Here I have 1.5 cups of milk and 12 tea bags. Today we're using our go-to tea, which is our Lipton Yellow Label tea. If you decide on using loose leaf tea instead, make sure to run it through a very fine mesh strainer. Any sediment that does escape into the milk base is going to end up giving your ice cream a very gritty texture. So for me, tea bags makes things much simpler. So we're going to go ahead and add our tea bags into our container of milk and then seal it up. Then we'll give it a good shake to get everything moist. And we're going to put this into the refrigerator overnight. We're using a cold infusion technique because we want as much of the tea flavor incorporated into our milk with as little tannins as possible. That way it doesn't turn our ice cream bitter. Here we are the next day with our tea infused milk. To this, we're going to be adding 1 cup of heavy cream and 6 egg yolks, 10 ounces of sweetened condensed milk, and then we'll whisk this all until it's very well combined. Once that's done, we're going to transfer this over into a metal bowl and strain out any of the solids that have come from the egg yolks. Now we'll take this to the stove. I have a small pot here with some water simmering in it. I'm going to place my ice cream base right on top. And this is where you don't want to step away. You're going to want to continuously stir your ice cream base, which will help encourage it to cook very evenly and prevent it from developing curds. We're going to keep on this until the temperature of the base reaches 170 degrees. Alright, our ice cream base has reached 170 degrees and as you can see has thickened up considerably. So we're going to go ahead and take this off the fire and cool it right down. Now, I want to make sure that our ice cream is as smooth as possible. So we're going to filter it one more time just in case we weren't careful enough with our stirring and any curds may have formed. Now we're going to set this into an ice water bath to cool down even quicker. Cover the top with some plastic wrap. Making sure to press the plastic onto the custard base. And of course be careful because it's still very hot. But you want to make sure that you have full contact with the ice cream base so it doesn't form a skin. Now we'll leave this until it has cooled down completely and is safe enough to put in the refrigerator. At which point we're going to leave it in the refrigerator for a few more hours until it has cooled down to at least below 40 degrees Fahrenheit. To make our black sugar syrup, all we need is 1 cup of black sugar and a half a cup of water. Black sugar is essentially brown sugar but with a higher percentage of molasses. If you have difficulty finding black sugar, go ahead and use regular white sugar and just add enough molasses until you get a pretty dark brown color to it. Now, all we gotta do is add it to the pot and cook this for about 10 minutes over medium-low heat, stirring often until it starts to thicken. Then we'll take it off heat, and once it cools down, it'll thicken up even more until it's about a maple syrup consistency. When your sugar syrup has finished cooking, it'll still look a little runny, but don't worry. Once you let it cool down a bit, it will thicken up quite a bit. Now we'll just put this into a container and then cover it up, and we could just leave this outside just because this is primary sugar. It's not going to spoil. So, and if you put it in the refrigerator, it's going to harden up a lot more than we need it to. Now that our custard has completely chilled, it's time to make some ice cream. We'll turn on our ice cream maker and pour it all in. Now, we'll let this churn for 20 minutes until it starts to really turn into ice cream. We don't want it to go over 20 minutes because then the butter fat is going to start clumping together and you'll start getting specks of butter in your ice cream, which will ruin the texture and the flavor. So we'll be back in about 20 minutes. Our ice cream has finished churning, but as you can see, it's still soft. So now we're going to transfer it into a ice cream container and put it into the freezer for a few more hours until the ice cream firms up a bit more. Our ice cream is all set. Now, all there's left to do is to top it off with some tapioca pearls and a drizzle of our black sugar syrup. Or you could just enjoy it as is. I hope you try out this recipe, and if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. Also, remember to subscribe to be kept up to date as to when our next video comes out.